What's going on, y'all? Fort Worth Fabian Speaks, man. Fabian Speaks back with another video, man. And today's video is titled, or it's about, I thought I had it all figured out, but I really don't, man. I really don't. Let me take a sip of the Joe before we get right into it. And, you know, a lot of the topics I talk about are applicable to a lot of different people, right? Because I want this channel to be inclusive. I want people to be able to talk about specific things. And with that being said, man, life is not just cut and dry. Man, we have a lot of expectations. We think that a lot of things will result in a specific way, and they tend to not go that way, man. So I think it's best to not try to think you have things figured out, because then the letdown isn't as tough or as hard. But with that being said, keeping faith is one thing that is kind of like the last lifeline, man, because, man, when life lets you down, I'd rather be able to believe in something that's not natural and that's supernatural in God versus just always trying to go my own way and think I have everything figured out, man. You know, man makes their own plans, but God directs the steps, right? So I got a multitude of things that's on the bucket list or on the list for the new year, or things I wanted to accomplish by the end of this month. And, you know, I put in prayer. But when things don't manifest or occur, sometimes I can knock you back and you kind of question and wonder why. But the only answer I can have to that for believers out there is everything is in God's plan. Of course, there's other reasons that could pop into play or pop up. The fact that maybe you're being called in a different direction, maybe this wasn't it, and there's something else out for you, and it can be confusing at times to kind of differentiate the two. And I had made a video earlier. Check that video out. It's called, I'll try to link to it, you know, at this time mark, but it's called why it can be tough to wait on the Lord, because sometimes you can just be confused and you're not really tapping into what God's telling you or trying to show you, or the direction he's pulling you into. But man, I would just say, don't have expectations. Because a lot of times having faith and not having a specific expectation, I think, are separate. And I don't think that limits anyone's faith in the process, you know, because give it to God and then just work, and the rest is up to him, right? So with that being said, man, more recently, I've had certain timelines and milestones of things that I wanted completed, and dang, like, things aren't going according to my specific plan. And sometimes it's like that depression type factor. You get sad, especially when you've been on a long road. You've been working hard, you've been trying. And I can only put videos up like this to, you know, let people know they're not alone and have some type of relatability, and have this as a common space to where we can bounce ideas off each other and talk about things. But I'm not the know-it-all. I'm not here to act like I know what's going to happen in your life, but I'm here to kind of give you positive 2 cents and encourage you to stay focused and double down. You know, take rest when you can, but double down in the sense that, like, I've always thought if something ain't happening, bro, I'm going to only work that much harder. That's all I can do. You know how they say, you know, pretty much focus on what you can control. If you can't control everything outside of that, man, it is what it is. Don't stress and harp over it, because I still think and wholeheartedly believe everything is in divine timing. Everything has got its own thing. Everything's got its own rhyme and reason. And there's a time for everything under the sun, man. There's a time for everything under the sun. That's why there's multiple seasons, a time when you're up, a time when you're down. But don't be the person who's self-inflicting down times. And I've been in that continuous battle to where I'm doing things and setting myself back, and I'm wondering what's going on here. But a lot of it's self-inflicted. Don't put yourself in a position to where you're setting things back, man. Learn lessons and get over them. And that's something that it can be hard. But man, I'm even working on getting that through my skull. Leave things in the past that need to be left there and keep moving forward according to what's been laid out. So each and every day you wake up, use that as an opportunity to try again, try harder, be that much more consistent, that much more focused, and listen to what you understand and know is manifesting around you. Pray about things and listen for God's response. Listen to how things, result in real time, and listen to how what he tells you directly. Read your word, man. Read your word, because the Bible literally has a situation or an encounter that addresses a lot of things that you may go through in life. So, but always rest, man. A lot of us, we can be tenacious. We're go-getters. We can always be consistent on something and just burn out. But we're just so hungry for it, we don't know how to stop. And sometimes that can hurt you in the long run. Sometimes there's a season of just chilling out, sitting back and letting God be God. So you may not have it all figured out. And that's a part of life, man, not having it all figured out. Now, when you keep hitting roadblock after roadblock and not having it figured out, what do you do at that point then? Do you shut down completely? Do you internalize it as a failure and dang, I failed here, I need to move on? Or do you keep at it? Like, everybody's got their own way in which they internalize it. But it's crazy, man. It's a crazy thing to think about, because it's not going to always happen in the way that you want it to. It's not going to always occur in the way that you would like it to. But you got to stay strong and you got to stay focused, man. That's how people get eaten up. That's how you get eaten by the sharks. That's how you get eaten by the wolves. If you're a person that you can't stay above water when things get hard and tough, you're going to capsize. So let me know y'all's thoughts on this. I know everybody's going through their own unique thing, and not everybody sees things as such, man. I've received a lot of feedback pertaining to a lot of the videos I even talk about, where people say X, Y, and Z, and there's some people that can resonate with the message. But this place isn't to have all the answers. It's a place to, like I said, a safe space, a place to where we can have these conversations and meet on common ground. So comment down below. Let me know y'all's thoughts, man. Peace, love, prosperity. When things ain't going your way, just take a step back, analyze the playing field, and put your prayers up to God. Put your prayers up to the sky, because he may be trying to show you something, lead you in a direction of something, get you to understand something before it's time for you to move forward. If you believe there's a purpose and a plan for your life, man, that's exactly what it is. There's a purpose and a plan. And you aspire to greater things, you are going to become and do greater things. That's just the nature of how things work. Things aren't put within yourself for no reason. There's a reason why you feel this way. There's a reason why you want to work towards X, Y, and Z, because that's who God created you to be. So comment down below. Let me know y'all's thoughts. Peace, love, prosperity. God bless, man. We'll see you on the next video.